Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's latest stop on their so-called quasi-royal tour of Colombia has given the world yet another glimpse into their curious dynamics. And Meghan's impeccable fashion choices. As the couple graced the stage at the Festival Petronio Álvarez in Cali, all eyes were on Meghan, but perhaps not for the reasons that she would have hoped. Dressed in a green printed strapless maxi dress, Meghan was in full look-at-me mode, even as Prince Harry, decked out in his standard navy pants and blue button-down, was presented with a gift on stage. But as usual, Meghan couldn't resist making it all about her. The dress itself, a fashion disaster, featured mismatched straps that did nothing but scream cheap and mass-produced. It's a wonder that she hasn't figured out when you're supposedly a fashion icon. The last thing you want is to look like you picked up your outfit from a discount rack. Yet there she was in front of the cheering crowd, speaking Spanish in a valiant, if awkward, attempt to connect with the locals. But the real spectacle wasn't Meghan's broken Spanish or her bold and badly executed fashion statement. It was the moment that she double-clawed Harry right there on stage, as he graciously accepted a musical instrument from the event organisers. It's as if she just couldn't stand the idea of Harry getting even a shred of attention without her firmly planted in the spotlight. This wasn't the first time that Meghan has been caught on camera with a death grip on Harry. Her clingy, controlling behaviour was on full display, with a hand tightly wrapped around his arm like a security blanket. It's as though she believes that by physically holding on to him, she's keeping him from saying something stupid that might embarrass her. Unfortunately, the result is far from the loving, supportive image that she's trying to project. Instead, it looks more like a child desperately clinging to a parent, terrified of being left alone. And let's not ignore the body language. While Meghan clung to Harry with that infamous double claw, those around them seemed less than amused. The smiles were forced and the enthusiasm tepid, if not entirely absent. One can only imagine the thoughts running through the minds of the Colombian dignitaries and locals who were subjected to this spectacle. Alejandro Ida, the Colombian politician who shared the stage with them, along with his actress wife, Taliana Vargas, may have been all smiles for the cameras, but one can bet there were some raised eyebrows when the cameras stopped rolling. As for Meghan's choice to go full-on clingy in public, it only highlights her insecurity and desperation to maintain control of the narrative. The clinging, the awkward arm holding, it's all starting to look less like affection and more like a very public cry for help. Behind closed doors, you just don't know there's more to this story. Harry, reportedly checked out and disinterested, probably finds solace in getting stoned and zoning out in front of the TV, while Meghan stews over her failed attempts to achieve the status and power that she so desperately craves. And that's the real tragedy of the Sussexes' Colombian adventure. It's not the lacklustre crowds or the absence of genuine enthusiasm for their visit, it's the clear and present tension between Harry and Meghan that makes this entire spectacle uncomfortable to watch. The clingy behaviour, the fashion missteps, the desperate attempts to command the spotlight, all of it adds up to a tour that's less about diplomacy and more about damage control.